Test. Good.
Pump it up more.
Test. Hello. Test. Test.
The top one's the mic. We're
what
doing
I'm
it pretty
doing.
live, so what?
That's what I'm doing. The mic. Test. Test.
All right. I guess it sounds good.
All right. But
We have to run it anyway, so all right. I guess here we go, and let's run it.
Test. 1, 2.
Real lawns, real equipment, and real business. Work with your hands and do it with purpose. Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio, hosted by Evan Lindman and Greg Durbin.
Hey, Greg, test.
Test. Low.
We still testing?
1, 2. 1, 2. Test. 3, 4. How come nobody ever goes to 3 and 4? They always just do 1, 2.
I don't know. It's always test 1 2. Why is that, guys? That's been an old theater thing, isn't it? Or sound.
It's a sound thing. I don't know necessarily theater. It's like when you go to the doctor, the ophthalmologist or optometrist. Is
Yeah.
this one better or this one? This one, A or B? A
That's funny.
or B?
A or
This
B?
one?
You know, we
One
we went
or
to
two?
the baby or doctor for the baby the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That went well. Had to fill out a whole bunch of paperwork and then sit there. You know what? I
So you
hate doctors'
keep the
offices.
baby? Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
You had to fill out paperwork so you could keep the baby?
I think basically it's what it was. It was like stupid surveys asking me for my blood type history. I'm like, I don't remember my blood type. Don't ask
What type
me.
history? It's just like it's one type. There shouldn't be much. Shouldn't be much question.
I don't know.
It doesn't change.
No, but no, I'm sorry. I rephrase it. I don't even know my blood type. That's wrong. So I'm like, well, Hannah knew hers. It's like I don't remember that. I don't remember those fine details. Who does?
Be positive.
B positive. Isn't there a certain blood type that's like valuable for stuff?
AB negative.
B negative.
Yes. AB negative.
AB negative.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, if you're tuning in live here on the video Facebook stream and YouTube stream, Greg, you got that nice pink Make Mowers great again. It's a Viper hat. It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Favorite color is
It's,
pink.
Yeah. And for some reason, we have two of them. I don't know why we have two of them.
We popped on over to that Viper booth. It was cool. Rich Carroll. We should get him on. Maybe that'd be a good deal for like the Wednesday show. We'll try to do, debating about doing interviews on either Monday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Friday, something like that, right?
Yeah, we could do Monday, Wednesday. Well, Friday's free for all.
Yeah. So
normally.
maybe Monday, Wednesday. I should maybe reach out to Rich. I think I have his email. Hey, would love to get you on. Just talk Mowers and Shop, see what they're doing. I know that Viper's been about to different expos based off of what I've seen on Facebook. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a neat mower. I liked it, and excuse me, I had a little harder time though with trying to function it when I was out there. I don't know why. I remember why they had a little slight damage to the unit when they had it shipped, and
Did
they
they?
said it was
Yeah.
a little funky, but you were able to manipulate it well. I just, for whatever reason, I was just kind of struggling with it. So
I thought they had the dampers off on the, I guess steering on it. The hydros, the dampers were off, and then didn't they say that there was some damage or something when they were getting to Louisville, Kentucky?
yeah, there was something I don't recall what, but it was nice. It seemed like a nice mower. And didn't it have like a 38 on it as well, or?
Thought it had a 38.5 on that as well. That I guess that's the standard. It's kind of what we talked about the other day, right? I think, well, with Ron, he had argued that they were kind of more gun shy going to the 38.5 horsepower on the mowers, but more people are doing that though, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of people are going to that 38.5 on the stander. I don't know what the thought was because, your Multiforce has a 26, mine has a 26. The Bobcat.
I have a half more horsepower than you. That's
Well,
big.
actually, you know what? I think mine is a 26.5. Maybe not. I don't remember.
I thought yours is a 26.
Yeah, mine is a 26. Yeah.
I don't know, but you have 1 more inch of cutting, I guess, swath than I do on the
Yeah.
mower, Greg. And we always say you're about 1% faster, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Never forget.
Never
Never
forget.
Never forget.
Never forget, guys. 856-446-8873, the number. But then also don't forget that Greg's faster at mowing than I am by
And
1%.
yes, but why
Phone lines
else
are
am I
open.
faster
Call.
than you?
Oh, well, I mean, you would probably cut a lot more faster because you are the transport speed cutter. I mean, we could riff about this every show because guys love it, Greg, don't they?
Here, Ken Robinson.
Hey, Kenny, how you doing?
Good morning. How y'all doing? Congratulations, Daddy.
Oh, thanks. What's the word down there in Tennessee, guys? I heard Ken's grass is ready to be mowed.
It's green. It's too high. And I think we're in what we call a false spring. It's going to snap and get cold again. But everything's green right now. It's just crazy. I mean, we came back from the Dominican Republic, and I go, gosh, why did I go down there? It's green here.
Yeah, because you sent me that picture of the grass, Ken. Like that looked like it was about ready to go. Like they would have probably had to double cut that style of southern lawn, right?
Well, it's just in kind of way the weather is right now. But we'll see what happens. I'm up early because I'm getting ready to leave for Huntsville, Alabama. I'm working down there today.
So what are you doing down there in Alabama? Photography?
I'm doing a big restaurant chain down there.
Oh,
How
really?
far is Huntsville from you?
2 hours, by the way the crow flies. So it's
that's
not bad.
that bad. Huh.
So
Hey,
are,
Greg, he's probably...
are you a crow then, or is that?
Yeah. It's
Hey guys, it's
about
Cousin
90
Kenny.
miles.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. It's about 90 miles, but I'm going the back way. I'm not going down interstate. I'm going down through Shelbyville and then past Jack Daniels and down that way. So it'll be good. I got chosen by the company to do it out of all the photographers in the region. They chose me to do it. So it's a big honor.
Oh, he's been in the industry for 50 years, Greg, doing photography. But Kenny, you'd be good at doing route optimization for the guys who are in the lawn industry because you basically covered the entire, I guess middle southern part of the United States. You would know where to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the next expo. We got Willie coming, and I've shot Willie before, so I think I sent you a picture of it. In fact,
You did, yeah. Send that again, yeah. So Ken, cousin Kenny, guys, is the Turf Nerds kind of media crew. He does the photography and helps set up the video shots to make us look like we're human, right, Greg? And so we're looking forward to the prayer breakfast again because we got Willie Robertson coming in, and I was pushing Evan Cox over at the Equip Expo. I had said, hey, you'd be stupid not to get Willie come to be your keynote speaker for the expo, but no, you can't get through to I mean, I like OPEI, but they're pretty much set on who they're going to have and why they're going to have them there. So I tried though.
well, it's cool. Whoever shows up is good. But I photographed him about 15 years ago. I did him and Charlie Daniels spoke one year, and there's a whole bunch of people I can't even remember. It's been so long.
Was that the Charlie Daniels band?
Yeah, Charlie Daniels band. Charlie Daniels just lived down the road here from us. So I live somewhere. So he lived in Mount Juliet. You know, he passed away 2 years ago.
Think he ever went down to Georgia?
Yeah, he went down to Georgia many times. In fact,
With the devil?
he yeah, with the devil. In fact, he played that. He played The Devil Went to Georgia at the World Outreach Church that Sunday when I photographed him. So it was pretty good. They always hosted a lot of important people. That's when I photographed Willie. The same type of event. But,
Somebody's going to
it's
be
just,
hosting Willie at their booth. I can't remember who. Somebody's going to have Willie at their booth. We'll have to find that out. And
Is
I
that
think
true?
he's going to be doing autographs and stuff. So
Is there some
Bring your
company?
duck calls, man. Bring your duck calls. Let them autograph your duck call for you.
Well, I didn't know that. Wait, Greg. So is that true that someone is going to have Willie there at their booth? Is it
I
like a big
believe
brand?
so. Yeah. You know, hopefully I'm not speaking out of turn, but I'm pretty sure someone's going to be hosting him, and
Oh,
so
okay.
he'll be able
Oh,
to do
that's cool.
autographs and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who-
Okay, that's a hey. That must wear camo for that prayer breakfast then.
Yeah, wear camo, and then we could do a great question. What brand will Willie be bouncing around to at the Equip Expo? What mower brand? What mower brand would Willie Robertson like to what he used down there? I mean, that's in East Monroe, Louisiana.
Knowing him and Uncle Si is probably Chevy.
Chevys for the mowers. Yeah, no, they're doing okay down there. They got a good show, but man, hey, Kenny, thanks for calling in and checking in.
Sure. Congratulations again. We're getting ready for our grandbaby to come next week, so I've got all kinds of stuff going on with Chloe. So
Bring it on and call us Free for All Friday with a wisdom nugget from the cousin Kenny. Guys, you've heard him first here on the Turf Nerds podcast.
Hey guys, it's cousin Kenny.
He can keep you talking, Greg, can't you?
oh wow, you guys are epic, man. I love you guys. Take care. Have a good day.
Thanks, Kenny.
Oh, he sounded like he was up and ready to go this morning.
Yeah, he
Did
is.
you have any coffee?
I don't know. He probably does. I think he's a coffee man. I never.
I don't
became a
remember if he
coffee
had
man.
much coffee, but I remember when he'd be a late night chatter, which is like my grandmother, which that's okay. I mean, she could talk. You ever know those people? I mean, man, my grandma, she would not be a good, I guess, lawn client to cut for. If she came outside and talked to you, Greg, you'd never leave.
It would be hard. So, well, I think I hear my phone ringing. That's what you'd say.
2 minutes turns into like an hour with some of these people. Well, that's how it's done. That's how I've been with some of these people. I mean, clients. Oh, this will probably be 5 minutes. Next thing you know, I'm standing there with the mower idling for 45 minutes. It's like, okay, well, there goes my wasted time trying to cut ahead.
Well, on your mower though, you can't keep it idling on the grass because you'll burn it out, right?
I will. Andy Wilson says, good morning. He's got the Lawn Hustle podcast, and he's got professional lawn maintenance. I almost wore your hat today, Andy. Maybe I'll wear
Morning, Andy.
it tomorrow. But yeah, apparently with the multi-force, I don't really realize this, guys, because I'm Mr. Mower OCD, like we talk about this. Know your machine inside and out. And I had it idling on someone's lawn last year. Let's just say this client, Greg, he's a little bit like a mad professor, kind of kook, but nice guy, if that makes sense. He's just picky, just kind of just weird, just really weird. And he gives me a pop every week and gives me a little envelope for the money. And I don't know, we talked for 10 minutes and I came back the next week and there's just this burn spot on the lawn. And I tried to deny it, but when the burn spot happened at a different lawn, that's when I had to finally admit my fault, right?
Yeah. Did you go back and admit it, or did you just kind of admit it to yourself?
I had called them, and then I got a bag of topsoil and then some of our fine grass seed over at Rhino Seed in, was it Brighton or Highland, Michigan, or like wherever
Yeah,
that
they're
is.
Brighton.
We got that tough stuff mix, Greg. That's a quality seed. What's the price? It's seed's like 200% up now, like, isn't it? Because that 25-pound bag was like $75, something like that.
No, we get a discount on it. It wasn't. Well, it's because you bought 25-pound bag or
Oh, yeah.
50-pound bag. What did you buy? No, it was.
Maybe it was a 50 or whatever
I think
you
it was
got.
a
Well,
50. Yeah.
Point being said, though, grass seed's quite high, isn't it? Still.
Well, it was high a couple of years ago. It was really high a couple of years ago. It was more than double the price. And then last year or the year, I think it was 3 years ago, it was really high. The next year it went down a little bit. And actually, last year I think it was about the same. So as it was from the year two, I guess, for lack of a better way. But,
Yeah, we've gotten to be familiar with grass seed, haven't we? I think Rhino Seed, with your connection with Steve Kolangowski. How did you meet him again? Did you work with him at the Country Club of Lansing or something?
Yeah, Steve and I actually used to work together
Here we go.
years ago.
We haven't played this one here.
I used to work at the Country Club of Lansing when I was in college.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
But I have to admit, when I called because I was trying to get somebody on the show, I thought they might be good to get on the show, and then the lady said, "Oh yeah, we'll have to talk to Steve. He's general manager there." And Steve gets on the phone, and we get to talking a little bit. And he was telling me his background, and he said he worked at the Country Club of Lansing. And I said, well, when did you do that? And come to find out, we worked together. And well, he said, yeah, I worked at the Country Club of Lansing under Mark. And I said, is this Steve Kolongowski?
This is Greg's photographic memory. Like, you can remember anyone from anywhere, can't you? It's a cool connection, though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then, but I have to admit, he didn't remember me, and because he and I just worked together one summer. I was in and out. I worked there a couple of summers. He was there my first summer, and then I think he graduated and moved on to another place, and then had another assistant general manager there the second year, and I can't remember his name. And but anyway, Steve and I got to talking and found out that we worked together, and he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. We've had him on. We should see if he wants to come on the show at 7 a.m. to talk a little bit.
Yeah, he can sit there and talk seed. They more specialized, Greg, because he does grass seed and he focuses on fertilization. I think his more specialty is that northern season grass, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, they don't ship elsewhere. It's usually Ohio, Michigan, northern Ohio, and Michigan. That's where they do all their seed. But they do their own seed, from what I understand. And so they've got a variety of things that they work with, and they've got a couple of offices. One on the west side of the state, and then let's take a look. Actually, see where they're.
Yeah, because that's Michigan based, but they've treated us really well. And you get a question about the grass. That's our go-to for our state. Also, if you got a question about the grass, you can talk to Eric, the turf teacher Jones. He knows a thing or two about that and horticulture. Oh, congrats to Eric, Greg. Here, I got to pull this up. I have to do him due justice here. I saw this the other day. So, Eric, Keeping Up with the Joneses is the show that comes after us. He's a solid guy. So he just got this, Greg. So, as we know, Eric is a certified plant professional, but the North Carolina Nursery and Landscape Association has conferred upon Eric Jones the designation of Certified Plant Professional for fulfilling prescribed standards, passing a rigorous examination, and committing to ongoing professional development in the nursery and landscape industry. That's cool, Greg.
Yeah.
I probably tell you.
Congratulations. You don't have
probably
applause,
tell you,
do you?
what do I got? Applause. You know what? I have. Oh, that's not very good.
That works.
I don't have any applause here at Mario.
Let's go.
Today is Mario Day, guys. It's I guess March MAR10 is Mario Day.
Yeah.
So
Hilarious.
it's actually a thing. So I'm gonna be taking my son here on April 1st, Greg, to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That's gonna be pretty good. There, got a sound for this?
Here we go.
So yeah, we had seen the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and we bought it for $15 on Amazon. He watches it almost every night. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Anyways, pretty prestigious there for Eric, because there's ongoing education with this. Like cutting the grass, Greg, we don't need that, but we should always be trying to sharpen our skills, right? No pun intended there, if I do say so myself. Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah. Has he been to the theater yet? To the big screen, as they say?
He has. We took my son to see, oh, shoot. What movie is that? Zootopia? Yeah, it's Zootopia 2, I think.
I heard that one's pretty good.
Yeah, we saw that, and he loved it. I think the first one, he tried watching there's only select movies that he could watch. I don't really like all the stuff that Disney chucks out there, because I think they're kind of woke. But
Kinda?
yeah, well, the old Disney's is good. It's very select few, but
Oh yeah, the old Disney,
yeah.
but the new stuff.
The old's
is-
great. First Zootopia was kind of like dark, but then this one, the second Zootopia, was more like funny. So because they had kids in there, they were laughing. There we go, Jack Fowler, Evie. There, it's Rocky's son tuning in and saying hey. But I forgot where I was going with this. What were we gonna say?
Something about going to the movie. You were
The grass seed. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have the connection with people. And
yeah.
Eric's into the horticulture, the irrigation. He could probably tell us a lot about our grass seeds too. And he's gotten that transition zone, so he might have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, congratulations to Eric and for getting that certification. So it's a big deal, when you get some of that stuff going on. So, by the way, the other location they have is for Rhino Seed is in Wayland, Michigan, which is over on the west side of the state.
West Side.
West side shows up. So, yeah, so they've got the two locations. We should tell Aaron to go over there and get some of his seed over on the west side. So, Aaron Sutter, if you're listening, you can get some great turf grass or seed from Rhino Seed over in
Give it a little
Wayland, Michigan.
Aaron drop.
Hey, it's Aaron.
And I'm pretty sure Aaron's getting ready to go for the season. I'm thinking about a different way to market myself, Greg. Not flyers. I'm going to just do some videos on Facebook saying, hey guys, my name is Evan Lindman. I'm with E&D Lawn Care, and you need to have your lawn air, and just give them like a 30-second, maybe even 20-second, just little like hook video on why they should get aerations, and like book now spots or book now taking new aeration clients today, something like that. I think that rave those. I mean, we could do that for even you though too, Greg, and post it in like different areas. The Facebook community groups are big on how to get the word out. I've gotten business off of Facebook, haven't you?
I don't know if I've gotten any business off of Facebook. I have to think about it. I don't honestly, I don't think I've gotten any business off of Facebook. I haven't advertised on Facebook. So, I've just, for me, it's been mostly word of mouth or passing out flyers, people walking by or driving by and seeing what I'm cutting, and then they ask me to give them a quote. So I just had a referral for 6 lawns, and one of the neighborhoods I cut in, somebody said, "Hey, talk to Greg," and it's 6 neighbors right around each other.
Greg.
And I passed out flyers yesterday, and then went over and talked to them. So there's a potential I could pick up 6 lawns in one neighborhood, and they're right there. I don't have to. The only thing that moves is my mower. I don't have to move the truck. So actually, it would be, yeah. And then I have 2 that I'm cutting right next door to the 6 I just picked up, or I could pick up. They just wanted to, they were going to talk about it and see. And they were expecting a discount. This is the thing, though, is they said,
wow.
well, if we do pool it all together, do we get a discount? And I said, well, that depends on, the thing about that is if everybody stays. So if I give you a quote for 6 people and then one guy decides, well, I'm going to let my nephew cut instead.
Wrong.
Yeah, absolutely wrong. And I told the guy that, too. I said, but if somebody drops out, because that happened to me before. It's probably happened to you, too, where you give a discount because the guy says, well, I'll get you the guy across the street and the guy next door. And then those people drop out, and I'm stuck with the price that I gave them as a discount. So,
Yeah, that's where if they group it in at 6 and ask me for a discount, I might cut them a quote unquote break. But I'm going to say, hey, it's I can't really do that. Like, you make it like kind of competitive. Yeah, just give them like you get them like a little bit of a break, right? Like, so say it costs you like, I don't know, say it's like a $50 cut. Maybe you could just clock them all in at like 48 or 49, something like that.
yeah, I think I'm probably just going to quote them all at 50. Because a couple of them should be a little bit higher. One of them's got a pool that I'm going to have to hand trim. They've got a little area on the side of their pool.
Oh yeah,
and
that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and I actually had another client like that too. That when I had my push mower, I would use the push mower in there. But the what I noticed was that by the time I got back to the trailer to put my trimmer down and grab the push mower and bring that down the hill and do all the mowing there, and it was on a hill too, so it was actually kind of hard to manipulate. If you remember, I had those casters on the front of that mower, and the thing would spin all over. You could lose control of it, basically. And I figured by the time I went back to the truck, got the mower, and then went back and did all it was just easier to use the hand trimmer. So I just used my Shindawa T262 on it.
The Shindawa T262. I really love that trimmer, Greg. I mean, I kind of like just to buy new trimmers just to have the nice smell of them. I mean, mine are fine. I have the T262 and then the Echo 2620 T. I think there's an Echo 2620 and a 2620 T. I think the T's got the more torque. Echo 2620. 2620T. I think this is the one that I have. It's going for about $390. What then? No, but this one says 450. Huh? Yeah, the high torque
It has
trimmer.
gone up.
450. Does
I think
that
it was-
seem high to you?
Yeah, it does. 'Cause it seems to me I paid around 370 for mine at 262.
Yeah.
So, that does seem a little bit high. That might be retail price though. They just have it.
I don't
in
know
as
if
retail.
the dealership. You know what? They might actually be 450 for that. I mean,
Huh.
I paid 550 for an Edger once, I think.
The guys at Wheels and Blades, depending on the equipment, sometimes they'll give a discount to the
I know they give
Wheels
fleet
and
stuff.
Blades in Commerce, Michigan. That's where I do all my stuff. But depending on the item, I think sometimes they'll give a discount to the landscape lawn guys and give you a little bit off on the mowers or on the handheld stuff. So
Interesting.
Um,
Yeah, because it's funny with the 2620T features a 2-to-1 gear ratio that delivers 21% higher torque than the competition. And then the speed feed head, we really do need to get Echo on. I used to be an UAG member. It'd be cool to get one of the guys on from the trimming, I guess, department there at Echo. I know they're out there. I do know a couple names. Just kind of almost do like a 30 for 30 on the Echo speed feed head, Greg. I'm telling you, it is a flagship trimmer head, and everyone uses it. I don't think anyone's ever been able to kind of replicate that, haven't they? No one's been able to do that.
I think Steel has something that they came out with just recently, and
Does it
and
work?
then depends who you talk to. I think it really depends who you talk to because I think was it Aaron that said he had one? I can't remember, but Aaron Sutter, I think he had one or Tony, and they see maybe it was Tony Rudolph, and it was one of those guys I think had it, and they seem to be okay with it. And I've heard other people complain about it. Ballard has something new that they just came out with as well.
Yeah, didn't he come out with something? Oh,
Yeah, and he's
Ballard.
touting a clear casing, so you can see inside. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but
You're not going to be able to see inside in like two lawns. It'll just be caked with grass.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
But yeah,
This one.
So,
Ghost trimmer head, right? It's $50. Ow.
with
Ooh.
Ballard.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a $50 trimmer head just to have it look clear.
I think
I mean,
the
it looks
Echo
okay.
one is like 35 or
I
40.
think the Echo ones it stays at $29.99 or maybe or $35. Yeah, I mean straight shaft gas electric. It works with all the other brands. What about it is better? It's just a clear trimmer head or a Ghost. You'll see your line. Oh, okay. Here you go.
I
You'll
guess
see your
purpose is
lines.
to see your lines. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea. But the problem is, though, I think you just won't be able to see it with the amount of grass. Because my heads, you can't see jack squat on them after a while.
Did they? I don't know. I guess the advantage is I'm sure that's the main point of it to be able to see how much line you have. The other side to that though is that so what? I mean, I guess that shows that you could. Oh yeah, I should grab some trimmer line, so carry it with me just in case. That way you're not carrying trimmer line around with you. But on the other hand, I go, well, so what? I'm going to eventually need trimmer line anyway, so. But I think I saw something on it that just said, "Hey, got a new." I guess it's competition to see if it's to see how much better it
Here's
is.
the problem: it's $50, Greg, and that doesn't account the shipping.
Oh, that does not count shipping.
Oh, no.
Don't they give free shipping?
Never mind.
$50.
This one says free shipping. It might be cool to kind of try that to see how it is. So, the update, guys, we chatted about this, Greg. I bought the Red Max EBZ 9000 in September 2024. I think I spent $800 on that. Now it's $900. Go figure. And used it for a couple months, Greg. As soon as we hit mid-November, I was doing a fall cleanup, and it was running like junk because it has an auto-tune carburetor on it. It's a nice design blower. Like you would say, Greg, it looks pretty, right? It's a pretty looking blower.
Yeah.
It's
Streamlined.
Yeah, straight
Aerodynamic.
aerodynamic. It's like it's like a jetpack. I think Red Max or Husqvarna did a really good job of redesigning it so it doesn't look like a flagship Red Max blower. You know, the 7500. You have the 8550, 8560, X, Y, and Z. So it was running like junk. They tried to update the auto-tune carburetor on there, which apparently they put these auto-tune carburetors in chainsaws and stuff. It's kind of like an EFI, but not. That's just dumbing it down. It's not really EFI. Anyways, it just helps really tune and mix the gas to air ratio when you have change, I guess, conditions. That's kind of what it is. Someone will probably try to call me out on it. Oh well. So they updated it. It was still running like crap. So I emailed Jack Easterly, who's I think the product manager over there at Husqvarna for I think the blower department. And it was great. They warranted me. They sent a new blower to Weingarts. I picked it up, gave them the old one. This blower has been great. I used it all last year. Fine. It ran a little bit funky, Greg. Remember when it was cold about a month and a half ago, and I was complaining to you, I'm like, I can't get this stupid Red Max blower to start. So, and you had told me, hey, go up and try the Echo 9010T, and let me tell you that Echo 9010T is like your faithful friend. Mine started up on like anything, so it's been a really good machine.
Really?
Get it? And so, yeah, I think the only issue, disclaimer, the only problem with my 9010T is I think maybe there's some gunk in the carburetor because it'll run funky every once in a while, but it always ran throughout the times I was blowing my lots, except for my last couple events, Greg. It was just running really slow. I think maybe water got in the gas or something, and it's just running bad because I blew off my truck bed the other day, which we'll talk about that later, and it was running fine. So anyways, so I stopped using the EBZ 9000, switched on over to the 9010T to blow off my commercial lots, and then I was trying to figure out, I had my EBZ 9000 in my garage, and I noticed, man, that thing really melted a whole bunch of water off of it. And then it turns off that it was the gas. It was like leaking gas in the gas tank.
Yeah.
So it was the weirdest thing. No holes, nothing like that. Took it up to Weingarts. They're like 2 weeks out right now. They said that they'd take a look at it. And I made it very clear with them. I said, hey, guys, diagnose it first. Don't just fix it and give me a bill. So, but
Well,
I
it should
think,
be under warranty.
yeah, there. I think it's under warranty, isn't it?
It should have a 3-year warranty on it. I don't recall, but I think most of those have a 3-year warranty, like the trimmers and all that stuff. And I took my trimmer to some small engine repair guy, and he worked on it and found out it could have been under warranty. But once it's cracked open, you don't get warranty anymore.
No, and you were smart because I had texted you, say, hey, Greg, what would you do? You're like, just take it up there because I like to be. It's good to try to fix your own stuff here in the industry, but I tend to shy away, Greg. I've wanted to do less and less work on really small engines. Like my lawn client gave me my lawn client, an old lawn client, gave me a push mower, and this is last year. They're like, just take it. I think the carburetor's going, it can't work, and I replaced the carburetor on it, but it took me, I busted some parts trying to take off the old carburetor, Greg, because it's just small parts, like there's these plastic control arms and springs on them. It was terrible, and so I've learned to shy away from really working on trimmers and blowers because if you don't put all the stuff back the right way, it won't run. It's not like it's hard to do. It's just I would rather have them deal with it than come back and blame me.
Yeah, that's a good idea, and especially under warranty. So again, like I said, guys, you might be really handy, but if it's under warranty, take it into the shop. And if that's your only one, get a backup because you're going to need a backup. You should have a backup anyway.
Because we've talked about this, Greg. I would love to ask you, Greg. So you can do the oil changes on stuff. I can do oils, hydros, spark plugs, spindles, all the basic stuff, which I think you guys should know how to do. But hey, what if you're in a bind or a pinch? Do you run it up to the shop to have them? I mean, I know guys who take all their stuff, oil changes, hydro, like the whole 9 yards up there. They don't even aside from cutting on the machine, they don't even do any sort of, I guess, maintenance on it. Do you do that? But isn't the problem, Greg? I mean, what do you do when they're 3 weeks out for an oil change, right?
You do your own oil change. And but my guys, and that was part of the reason why I went to the guys over at Wheels and Blades because they get their stuff out back quickly. Some of the other places I know, 2 weeks, that's crazy. I mean, there should not be a 2-week wait for you to be able to get back your equipment. That's your livelihood. However, do you have a backup? Like I have a backup trimmer. I have a backup blower, and those are the couple of things you need. Edger, I only have one edger because I can technically flip edge, and if my edger went down on me,
Yeah, no,
so
you can do it. I've seen the Uncle Greg Durbin flip edge, and you do a good job.
yeah. No, I just found that whatever reason it's just the turn of the turn of the wrist. It irritates my wrist. So if I don't have to do it, I don't. I know some guys. I don't even know if you when the last time you pulled out your blade edger.
Oh, man, here, let me here. When was the last time I actually used a hard edger? Let's see. Might have been 3 years ago.
Wow.
Might have been 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them. No, but we did a job, Greg. Remember the dental office? We
Yep.
used the hard
Yeah,
ed.
I
That was
remember that.
we did a great job on that though. We were a really good team, and there were some bad spots. What wasn't there?
Yeah, this account that I cut their edge. It's really bad. I mean, I can edge it and go back a week later, and it looks like I hadn't touched it. So it's just a strange
Yep.
edging, and it's long. It's a long street. So it's just really hard to do. So I just don't do it. I mean, or I have to do it, but I don't like to because it takes so long to do it. So I think I've finally gotten to the point where it's not as bad, but I think I need to edge that every week, and it's very time consuming.
Yeah, it is here. Hold on. Let's take a wow, I can't even talk. Let's take a short break and hear a word from Turf's Up sponsors. Let's go.
Are you a military family with a spouse on deployment away from home? Did you know that nonprofit Project Evergreen has thousands of volunteers across the country ready to help military families with lawn, landscape, and snow removal services? We call it Green Care and Snow Care for troops. If you are a military family and would like to receive this free service, or if you'd like to volunteer to help, visit projectevergreen.org. Project Evergreen, creating a greener, healthier, cooler Earth, 1 yard at a time.
That sounds like a really good thing, Greg. We are getting some military person on the show for this upcoming Monday podcast, which I think that'd be pretty good. We'll just do like a little teaser there. Don't you like the show teasers, Greg? If you guys listen every day, then you would probably get to hear us tease our next shows. I think you muted yourself.
Yes, I did.
Take
Sorry.
two. But the mute button's easier for you now, isn't it?
If I actually looked at it to pay attention to, I took a drink. I'm trying not to take a drink on so you don't hear me going.
Here, wait. Do we have a slurp sound effect? Let's try to find a slurp. Only problem with using Voice Mod app here. Oh, okay. Okay.
That
Well,
sounds like the opposite.
that's definitely like a slurp. Hey guys.
that's-
So, anyways,
It's like the hot. You ever sit next to somebody when they're drinking like a hot coffee or tea or something, and they're sitting there going,
well, I can do this right now. Here, let's do this here on the air.
but it doesn't stop. That's the hard part about it. It just doesn't seem to stop.
So, I got this from Schleybaugh, and I took a Yeti lid, and it fits on this perfectly, but now it's stuck.
Not
Hold
so
on.
perfectly, then, is it?
No. Well, all right. Great. This will be another project for me to do. Like, you ever get something
Still
stuck?
slurp out of it the other way,
Yeah.
out of the
Here.
tip.
See if this doesn't like totally kill me. Here. Yeah. I kind of spilled there a bit. You know, we
How
do need
about
to.
mine here? Let me see if I can.
This is what we do, guys. Hey, with live radio, this will go up on the podcast platform. It took me a couple weeks because we still do our Monday show. Now I'll be uploading all of the radio shows up there and kind of tweaking them there a bit. But you know, when we do it live,
We'll do it live.
you're not going to know what Greg and I are going to talk about. We keep it fun. We entertain. Lawn, landscape. We got the faith component too. But Greg, so my dump insert on my truck, it was beautiful. I
Yeah.
bought it in 2024. Yeah, was that 4? Yeah, no, it's 2000. Yeah, no 5. I think no 4. Sorry, I didn't even know my own years. Call me Joe Biden. 2024. It's $5,100 out the door. Really nice. I guess powder coat finish. Did a great job. Well, the first year that I used it and the winter came, the salt just absolutely just destroyed part of it. So I fixed it. But then this year, the salt basically took the whole bottom bed and I chipped all the paint off. It was pretty rusted. So I hopped on Amazon with the help with one of my friends, Alex Lovelace, who owns a collision shop. He said, buy Pour 15. It's a rust preventative. So a quart of it was like $50. So I put a quart down the other day. Let's just say, Greg, this paint absolutely destroys paintbrushes. I didn't read the fine print. They're like use crappy paintbrushes when you do this. It like literally after
you didn't roll it,
oh
or you're getting the corners.
yeah, corners are cutting. I rolled it, and the roller was fine. But if you walked away for like 10 minutes, that would just dry right up, and the roller was basically useless. So I got like 90% of all the spots touched up, the tailgate, the whole 9 yards, and it looks a lot better. But I think I want to put a second coat on, because then I bought I bought a pint, so it was a quart and a pint, right? And I think a pint was like $72 from O'Reilly's the other day. $72.
Wow.
But
Where'd
apparently,
you get
guys,
it for 50?
well, that was on Amazon, and that was
Okay.
old, and they didn't even have the prime shipping. But we talk about rusting because guys, like even their vehicles here in the industry, there's guys that use older trucks, and hey, that's where the guys are most profitable. You have these big guys who, some could be even influencers, Greg. They put themselves in these nice trucks, but guess what? They're paying out. But you have these other guys who have the more older trucks, and they can be maybe like a tad rusty. But apparently, Pour 15 is a rust preventative even on vehicles, because this guy said he used it on his Mustang that sat outside for 40 years. So, which is
So Pour 15, huh?
Yeah.
So what's it?
Check it out.
It's you see this stuff advertised, and this looks like it's similar. You just put it on, and then it just dries real hard, and you can scrape
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Is that the same type of thing?
yeah. So if
this?
you guys have trailers though too, check out Pour 15. It's pricey, but you could preserve your trailer, because my open trailer that I got back from up north, I had sold my 7x10 open trailer to my mother-in-law years ago. And then I told the family what I was doing. Praise God, you have really charitable in-laws. They're like, go do a cleanup up north, and you can take the trailer back. So took it back. It sat for like 4 years up there. Had to change the tires. Worked out great. Well, when I started taking the open trailer out on the road, Greg, oh man, the Salt One, that thing's rusted much. It's considerably more rusted, and so I even had to replace a leaf spring. I was backing in after a snow event about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, and all of a sudden I'm like, why can't I back in? I didn't know that the leaf spring snapped on the one side of the axle, and so like the fender was gouging the tire, and I just backed it in like 8 feet and threw it in there and gave it a break. Well, anyways, the Pour 15, even on this trailer, I could just paint it outside. I could bring it back to life. It's a nasty paint, like it sucks into anything. Yeah.
Okay. This actually, I'm looking at this. Just jumped on their website. This, because like I said, I've seen some stuff advertised on Reels videos will pop up, and they'll show this one product, and I can't remember, but and then all the reviews you read on it, or the people that comment on it,
Yeah.
it's always, oh, this is the best product in the world ever. It's
almost
why
fake.
you don't even need to eat again, and you don't know
no
if
way.
it's any good, and because it's all it's clearly reviews that they've put out themselves.
Yeah.
So, that's why I always hesitate on stuff.
Why do they do that?
I think I have heard about this Pour 15. I know somebody that they just speaking about reviews, this company somebody used to work for, not a good company, and they get bad reviews. Whenever they'd get a bad review, like on what's it called? I can't remember off the top of my head. One
Like
of the
Yelp or Google.
no, it's not a Google or a Yelp. I got something to tell you about Yelp, by the way, too. Whenever they'd get a bad review, the very next review was a good one. They'd get a 1 star.
Interesting. It's like paid.
Yeah, well, it was somebody in the company would just go ahead and put on another review. This is the best place to work for ever. And the previous one, these guys are idiots. So it was really kind of interesting. And somebody noticed
are
this
idiots.
one bad review immediately after was a great review. So they go from a 1 to a 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. You'd think people would notice that trend. So, speaking of Yelp, this guy I was talking to yesterday about doing about give him a quote. We're out there talking, and he says, well, yeah, he says, I looked you up, and you don't have a website. I said, but he said, well, I looked you up on Yelp, and you don't have good reviews on Yelp. I said, how could I not have
Durbin
good
Lawn
reviews
Care
on
Yelp.
Yelp?
What?
And
that makes me that make me so mad, right?
yeah, well, here's the thing. I called Yelp, and because I'm looking up. He says, "Oh, I looked you up on Yelp," and I said, "What did they say?" And they said, "Well, they said you don't show up." I said, I show up all the time." I said, "The only time I don't show up is if it's raining, and then the next day I have to come because it rained the previous day." And so I said,
Was this for like a new job, right? Or
This is for this guy with the 6 lawns."
no that okay for that
And-
neighborhood.
Yeah, in that neighborhood, and that
How many did you cut in there like already, or was this
Already-
brand new?
in that sub I cut. Technically, it's 3 subs within that area, but I just call them all one. So I cut.
Get
5
him
or
on the
6
phone right
lawns.
now. I'm on Yelp here. I don't see. There's no Durbin Lawn Care. You have to set that up yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Is I reached back out to him. I said, I
What
don't.
company you talking about?
I said, I said, I don't know how they would say I don't show up. I show up, and then he said, well, I'm looking at it right now and I see it. Well, he texted me later, and I said I called Yelp, and I asked them how could I even have a review on here of my company if I'm not even on there, and they said you can't. So he might have looked up another Durbin Lawn Care, but he told me it was Durbin Lawn Care out of Milford, Michigan. So I don't understand it. So if anybody can help me, but like I said, I called Yelp, and I said, look, I'm looking on here. I don't see me in here. And she said, no, you're not. I said, okay, so can you look up where anybody would have said within their own comments?
Sounds like yeah.
Durbin Lawn Care, and she said, I said, can you just look for Durbin Lawn Care in there? And she said,
This
I'm
is
not
making me
seeing
so
anything.
mad right now.
And I said, I don't know what they're talking about. So anyway, so we'll see. But he insists that I'm in there, so I don't know. But I said it's not me. Well, you had the same problem too, though, on
I
your
had a-
Google page.
I had a shoddy Google review. Someone gave me a 1-star, and then let's just say I found out I got some information on this guy, and he had claimed that it was during the winter. I threw something at his truck and then cussed him out. I'm like, what? I would never do that. Period. You would. I mean, even if you made me angry, you don't. You keep your head on a swivel here, guys. But out in the industry, like, be defensive. But I don't mess with any of these people. You just get on with your day. Tell this guy, Greg. It sounds like he's almost making this up to not work with you. Say, hey, send me a screenshot because I'm cross-referencing with Yelp just to annoy him. Assign him a little bit of homework. I kind of like doing this. Maybe it's my personality. I love to get under people's skin. I mean, most of the time, it's like out of good spirits. So I annoyed the life out of my wife. My wife is a lovely woman. But tell him, Greg, say, okay, bucko, okay, hot shot. Give me a picture of this stuff.
Well, I asked him, and he can't. He supposedly sent me something, and I tried to look it up under the link that it was on there. The link doesn't show up. So I typed it in. I tried to click on it on my phone, and it didn't, because he's just sent me the whole link, and maybe he made a typo or something on it, because it's not like he copied and pasted it. I think he just typed it all in, and so he could have missed something. But when I went in and looked it up, I can't find anything. So, and if he says, well, you got these bad reviews, sorry, I'm not seeing it. So let's just move on.
I'm looking this up now, like near Milford Charter. You get Worthy Cuts Lawn Care, Clean Cuts. Nice
Yeah,
name,
that's
B&G.
all I would get.
Spades Outdoor, Kaufman's Tree Service, Z Trees, H2O Lawns and Snow. I'm like looking really hard. Did he do Greg's Lawn Care? There's like 10 pages, Lawn Care Bros.
Yeah.
We care about more than just your lawn, but they have a 2-star. I
But
don't know how much they care.
I don't know how they could even review me if I don't have a Yelp page, because I've heard Yelp isn't any good. So, but I don't know. I've heard guys say that they don't even use Yelp.
We want to take pride here in the industry, and especially the landscaper guys, the guys who are doing more, I guess, high profit yielding jobs. I mean, profit margins good with route density. I can make the case any day. Yeah, sure, mowing can be crap sometimes, but if you have really good route density, it's good margins. And so the Google reviews are good though, and you take pride in to that. Hey, Rich, how you doing? There we were just talking about Rich Carroll over at Viper Mowers, Greg. He's
hey, Rich.
There you go. You want to come on the show tomorrow, Rich? We'd love to get you on for a little 45-minute show because we were talking about getting guests on Wednesday. See, we do it live here. Do everything live. We'll do it live. And so, no, you want the Google reviews help out big time. I had a lot of people, free calls. I found you on Google and you actually picked up the phone and you had people skills. This is the big knock here in the industry, Greg. We talk about this a lot. We're not doing anything fancy here. We are not doing any dime fancies. There's a lot of guys who can do a lot of better things than me, but we are personable. We show up and we get the job done, and they know where Evan Lindman and Greg Durbin are because we communicate.
Right. Yeah, and that's important. And and that was part of what I was telling him. Is I'm communicating with you that I see nothing on this, but like I said, I'm not even on Yelp, so I don't know how they can give me a review. So a good review or a bad review, I'm not on there. So
give me his number. We can call him on air here. Hey, this is Evan Lindman. I am the accounts manager at Durbin Lawn Care. No, but hey, this is Evan Lindman. I am the social media manager and director at E&D Lawn Care. Just trying to cross-reference some apparently some Yelp reviews that you're trying to defame the Durbin Lawn Care name.
Well, he wasn't defaming. He just said that I saw this, and then I said, "Well, send it to me because I don't know what they're talking about." And it's kind of like on Marketplace. If you sell anything on Marketplace, I've got a bad review. One person gave me a 1 on price.
Yeah.
And why would you give me a 1 review on price if you didn't want it, you couldn't buy it. You shouldn't have bought it. And so don't complain about the price if you thought it was high. The other thing about that is on Marketplace, I don't know if you can do a review even if you didn't buy the item. So which doesn't make sense. So usually, like on eBay, you can't review them unless you bought the item. And but on Marketplace, I think you can just put a review out there, or feedback. I think they call it feedback, even if you don't buy the item. So that doesn't make any sense. But I never mark that I sold. I always just delete the item. I never mark it as sold.
I have a reputable profile in Marketplace on Facebook. I think I've sold over 20 items, and they still gave me like a 4.7 star because you had some people that were griping at me at price, or apparently didn't. It's like I've never sold junk before. That's what we go back and forth, Greg. I mean, even the mowing equipment that I've sold has worked. I know guys they try to hop on and sell stuff, and it's hard to trust because maintenance. Who wants to do any sort of maintenance here in this industry? It's a tough thing to do. That's what we're riffing on today. Is poor blower. I can't wait to get that call from Weingarts just to see what it is. I mean, I can't figure out why I would do that. I looked in the gas tank, and there was absolutely no holes or anything. Maybe but when I had tipped it over to one side, it was really coming out. But I was looking, I couldn't see anything. So
but you don't know where it was coming out of?
It was
when you tipped it? Was it coming out of the cap? Or?
Tip it over, it would come out towards the right side in the middle there. But when I looked, there's no holes, and I wasn't going to take apart that gas tank because then they would probably say, "Hey, you messed around with this here." Because if it's simply replacing components in a easy spot, I'm all game to do that. But if it's anything a little bit different or challenging, bring it up to the dealer. Save yourself the headache because I've done that, Greg. I've tried to repair stuff. So the multi-force bail switch on the right handle. So when you engage a PTO and you push both your hands in, that's what keeps the blades on. So if I were to fly off the mower, we've talked about this a lot. If I were to fly off the mower, it would shut off because it's a bail switch on both handles. Yeah. So technically, you can mow with one hand if it's on the left side, but the right side, it wasn't working. It was shorting out. So I tried to repair that switch, Greg, and it turned into a 2.5-hour YouTube live stream of nothing. But it for some reason got some views. It was really weird.
Yours is bail on both sides?
Yeah, it's bail on both sides. The Cub Cadet has the bail switch in the actual standing platform. So it's just stupid. Cub Cadet fixed this. Maybe they have. So if you're going over a big bump, it'll just shut off sometime. Yeah. Well, it's like, I also weigh 170 pounds. That could be the problem.
Well, my bail switch is on the left, on the
yeah, it is.
Yeah. So Yeah, so that's why I was wondering. I didn't know that they did dual bail switches. So
I noticed with the Bobcat when we demoed that 52,
Mhm.
the bail switch is on the left, but if you were to turn in a certain way with the mower or try to mow with like your right hand,
Mhm.
it would randomly shut off because you had to keep it pushed in.
Oh, that was because they have an issue with that, and they're trying to resolve it. It's a wiring harness that's too tight, and because I've had it on my mower, and then when we had that 52-inch demo,
Yeah.
the same thing happened, and so that's what you were experiencing when that happened. Is I took it into the shop, and they said, "Oh yeah, it's the wiring harness, too tight." So they fix it, and you're good to go.
Apparently with the multi-force, Greg, here's the big knock on it, guys. Shout out to Toro. Their reverse speed is putridly slow. So like you're plowing the snow, you go forward fine, but then you're backing up. It's just okay. It's like, okay, I'm plowing, I'm doing well. All right, well, it's time to back the mower up. It's like, how going to be more profitable here when I have to back up that slow? And so I talked to the guys over at Schleybaugh. Shout out to Schleybaugh Engine. Sean Spencer uses them. I didn't realize when you in more of that rural area. Greg, Sean's like an hour away from his dealer. We are blessed. Guys, like, don't gripe over stuff. If you guys live relatively close to a dealer, just shut up and just give God the glory for that. It's like an hour. I would be furious. And so, anyways, Ruben Schleybaugh said, oh, you can adjust that so the reverse speed is faster, but then you'll sacrifice the forward
Speed.
I'm like, oh, well.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I kind of sat there for a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait,
I don't know.
Greg.
That affects transport speed?
Yep. Oh, no. Greg, you should write a book. Honestly, hey guys, would you buy the book? 856-446-8873. We got about 4 minutes. Call in here. We've had a great conversation. Would you buy a book that Greg Durbin would write about the transport speed with mowers? That'd be fun.
There you go. So, but no, that mine actually, I think that Bobcat moves back, goes in reverse fairly well. That I've noticed, and it's not transport speed, but it still does a decent job. You know what I was just looking at the other day, that somebody, when I was up helping my buddy up north, that just having a setup, and I don't know, I guess that's kind of hard to do on a stander, but the just the hookup to hook up a trailer or something on mowers is something that I would like to be able to do on my stander, but I don't know how you'd be able to do it because you're standing on the platform. But it would be nice to be able to pull something from behind. You know what I mean?
Guys do that. I mean, for their tractors, they got little hitch receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, our mowers, the hydros, they're pretty beefed up, especially with the multi-force, because I've gone at it with Schleybaugh to ask them, because they've manufactured plows, like other plows for the riders. And I said, you guys came up with this plow for this rider. Aren't you going to burn the hydros over time? And they said, no, the plow's light enough. And they said, for the type of snow that you're doing, you're not going to really burn out the hydros, because they do over beef the hydros on the riders too. I mean, when I went to the Spencer Christmas party, this is really cool. They had came up with a salter for the back of the multi-force, and we talked about this on the live stream once, Greg. It was
Schleybaugh
I think it was yeah. They came up. It was a little 250-pound like salter spreader that you can mount to the back of your multi-force, and
wow.
yeah, that was pretty. I mean, I don't need that. It'd be cool to have it, because what I was doing, my two commercials, I only salt one of them. I just take the regular old Home Depot bucket, and we were using calcium chloride, so it's pretty light. And I was just, throwing it out there, and it was fine. I mean, these salters, now that we're transitioning on here into spring, Greg, I'm looking at these trucks of these guys. Whew, the salters can look rusty, then they can take a beating. Salt wins in the end.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for the guys, especially if they had a new vehicle. It's sounds like it's a toilet flushing.
Is this that is the sound of me throwing salt? Don't ask why
Actually,
we have that.
That sounds like a song. I'm trying to think what song that is. Boom, bish, doo. I gotta think of that. So, but it sounds just like the beginning of a song. But yeah, those guys with the old salt trucks, they're beat up pretty good. So, and you always see them. There's a
they make
car
money.
wash. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a car wash right near me, and I always see guys in there with their with their trucks and their plows right after a snow event. They're in there power washing off their trucks and their plows and stuff.
We got about 45 seconds for the Eric. This is my best impression of his bumper. Eric, the turf teacher Jones. Okay, I love to do impressions and intimidate people. Some people love it, some people hate it. But yeah, Greg, that's why I had to paint that. Put the Pour 15 on the dump insert, because I was trying to figure out, why is there this like rusted paint on my bumper? Like the bumper was turning rusty, but it didn't chip. It was the rust falling off, hitting the bumper. So that's basically what it was, and it was doing that for the whole winter until I finally fixed that. And so
Did you pre-treat it too, or did you just go ahead and you washed it and painted it? 'Cause they
I
have a
power washed
pre-treatment.
it and got a lot of the chip paint off there. I really went hard on it, just aggressive. They said you could have like buffed some things down. Didn't have time for that, and it's transitioned on over to Eric. So we got to work on our show outros, Greg. But guys, this was the what day is it? The Tuesday show. We thank you for tuning in, and give us a departing word of wisdom, Greg, before we sign off.
Departing word to get yourself set up, guys, for the season. You know, it's time to really be getting out there, reaching out to new potential clients, and knock on the 5 doors. You know, the 2 doors on the side, 3 doors across the street.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one tomorrow.